Okay, do you have a religious belief?
Yes.
What is your religious belief?
Christianity.
Okay, any special denomination or just
Protestant.
Protestant?
Or born again believer.
Okay. How devoted are you to your religion?
I like to say pretty devoted.
Okay. How often would you go to your place of worship, or since you're Catholic, your church?
2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. Do you have a religious belief?
Yes, I do.
Which religion?
Hinduism.
Hinduism? How devoted are you to your religion?
Well, I'm not that devoted anymore as I used to be. Like when I was growing up, I was really devoted, but now it's kind of like I go for my mom's happiness more like it.
Okay, do you have a religious belief?
No.
Okay, what reasons do you have for not being religious?
I wasn't brought up with the religion, so I never really got into it.
Okay, and now since, well, you're grown up, do you have any curiosity towards looking at any religions, or?
Not really curiosities, but in classes we're studying religions. Some of them I found more interesting.
Okay, so you see it more as something to study, not as something to practice?
Yeah.
Yes, Protestant.
Okay, if so, how many times would you practice your belief, let's say, in a year?
Like 2 times only.
And what's your reason for that? Is it because you don't see religion as something important in your life?
Well, I have other interests, and yeah, it's probably not on the top of my priority list.
Okay. What do you think about religious extremists such as Al-Qaeda and the Westboro Baptist Church?
They got problems because whenever you get to an extreme, there's no balance, and then bad things will happen and they just end up killing each other. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's on the news. And because obviously they believed in something that was used to be good, and then it turned out ugly because they got almost like kind of obsessed, which is not good.
Really your choice. Like if you believe in it and you can find like, I don't know, a purpose, a worth in it, then yeah.
What happens when it's like, let's say for example it's in Al-Qaeda, their religion takes them to the point of they're killing other people? Should it still be their choice, or should some sort of authoritative action be taken?
What do you mean, like killing people, like sacrifices, or?
No, like for example, car bombings in the Middle East, organized by extremist terrorists.
Well, when it comes to that, then no. Like some authority act should be taken, because like religion is one thing, and like sacrifices you can understand to a point, but when it comes to like stuff like that, then no.
Okay.
I think once again everyone has a right to practice their own religion and follow in what they believe, but at the same time I think that they're kind of asking for it if they decide to build a community center, a mosque, whatever you want to call it, of the Muslim religion right beside where the Twin Towers used to be. And I'm not saying that all Muslims are terrorists, because that's not the case at all. It just happened to be that there were a couple, unfortunately, during 9/11. That's how that all started. But in my opinion, there are a lot of other places that they could set up a community center for Muslims, and it's just not a convenient spot for them at all to choose right beside where the Twin Towers were. And I think that they could still pursue in building their community center. That's not a problem at all. And anywhere else in New York City, New York State, just literally right beside ground zero, I don't know. I think that's asking for controversy and for conflict.
I think it shouldn't be banned at all because you can't, based on one thing, you shouldn't assume everything. So I think it's wrong that they think it should be abandoned and people should still go to it and it should be like Muslims.
Okay, that's it. Thanks.
I understand it's a fear for people like, oh no, what happens if they are extremists? They're next to blah, blah, blah. Like you can't just like, okay, they're Muslim, they're extremists, they're gonna kill everyone, you know? So, I don't know, personally, I wouldn't mind if they built it there, but I understand like a lot of people are iffy about that, so I guess if the majority thinks it should not be located there, then somewhere else.
I think there should be a prosecution, sure.
Okay.
Because, you know, what, you know, I'm sure like they study religion, but still, they should be, you know, trialed as normal people. Like everyone else would be. Like if I raped somebody and they trial me normally, they wouldn't just be like, you know, hey, I'll give you, you know, $5,000 if you don't bring this to court. That's my personal opinion.
I think they should be trialed just as everybody else. Because if a regular person did that, they wouldn't just be able to pay the person off and be like, oh, sorry, here you go. Here's money. They'd be taken to court. So the priest is a regular person as well. Just because he has a title to his name doesn't mean that he's not any other different than anybody else.
I think they should be convicted and have to live with that, so then if they ever go to another country, then that has on their passport.
We never learned to win, so I want